So today, last class discussed about the homeostasis. So now today discussing about the important topic, that's the respiratory system. So in this respiratory system, what is respiration? What is the respiratory system is going on? What is the output coming in the respiratory system means? So that the process of energy production under presence of oxidation through a food oxidation. So what is the process of energy production is called as respiration. How the energy can able to produce under presence of food oxidation, the energy can able to produce. So energy production system we are described as respiratory system. How the energy produced, the process of energy production is called as respiratory system. Under presence of food oxidation takes place, through the oxidation energy can able to liberate it. So the energy liberating system or energy production system collectively described as respiratory system. So here in this respiratory system, so two important respiratory respiration is there. That is aerobic respiration and aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, respiratory system, anaerobic, anaerobic respiratory system. Aerobic respiratory system, anaerobic respiratory system. So here aerobic respiration means if the respiration is takes place under presence of oxygen, such kind of respiration collectively described as aerobic. Under presence of oxygen, if the respiration is takes place, it means food is oxidized under presence of oxygen, so then energy can liberate it. So that kind of process we have described as aerobic respiration. Second one is anaerobic respiration without any oxygen. So not involvement of the oxygen. If the energy can able to produce takes place, such kind of respiration system we have described as anaerobic respiration. So okay, out of these two systems, so first one is what is aerobic respiration only important. So because of more energy can able to liberate through the aerobic respiration only, less energy can able to liberate the anaerobic respiration. That's why so we want to require more energy. So that's why aerobic respiration only important. So whatever it may be through two systems, final output coming energy only production is takes place. More energy production through the aerobic, less energy through the aerobic respiratory system. So in this respiratory system, two parts are there. So one is the respiratory tract, other is the respiratory organ. Whatever here, respiratory system contains the two important subparts: respiratory tract, respiratory organ. So respiratory tract means the following parts are present in the respiratory part. There are number one, external nostril, so next nasal chamber, next internal nostril, next epiglottis, next larynx, trachea, bronchiole, bronchus, and bronchioles, and alveoli. So these are the parts present in the respiratory tracts. What are the respiratory tracts? The passage from outside containing air, how they can able to enter into the animal body. So that passage collectively are described as respiratory tract. So here in this respiratory tract passage, the following parts are there. So they are external nostril, nasal chamber, internal nostril, epiglottis, larynx, trachea, bronchus, primary bronchus, secondary bronchus, tertiary bronchus, alveoli. So like that, numerous subparts are present in the trachea. When it is a passage outside containing air, how they can able to enter into the lungs. The passage we are collectively described as respiratory tract. So lungs are the respiratory organ. A pair of lungs are there, so they are called as respiratory organ. So like these two parts are there, respiratory tract and respiratory organ. So here now observe this. This is a generally in the human beings a well developed respiratory system is it. That's why you are explain the human being respiratory system. So you know observe this figure. Now that this is the external nostrils. External communicating the nasal passage. Nasal passage is communicating to the internal nostrils. Internal is communicating the what is it? Larynx. Larynx is communicating the trachea. Trachea is divided into two important branches, primary right and left branches. So they are divided into primary branches, tertiary branches, secondary branches, tertiary branches, bronchioles, alveoles. So alveoles are the final end of the respiratory tract. So like that, whatever two lungs are there, this is the respiratory tract. So these are the pair of lungs are present in the thorax region of the animal body. So others are of the heart. So these are the respiratory or the how the six phases takes place obeying. So that is the tract. So now respiratory system is basically classified into three main groups, three main parts: external respiration, internal respiration, cellular respiration. So what I am explaining here only external respiration diagram only illustrating here in this board. So remaining two are internally present; they are not up here. So what is respiratory system is classified into three main categories: external respiration, internal respiration, cellular respiration. So here external respiration is what I am drawing diagram. So this complete part come under the external respiration. So it means the gases exchange. The gases are exchanged from environment to respiratory organ. So this exchange we are collectively described as external respiration. What is external respiration? From alveole to blood, the respiratory gases transmit from alveole to blood circulatory system. So this transmission we are described as external respiration. So next, internal respiration. So in the internal respiration, the gases exchange takes place in the blood to tissue or blood to cells. That transmission we are described in the internal respiration. So last one is the cellular respiration. It is very important. So because of energy stage, production takes place. What is the central theme is there? What is the central theme in respiratory? Energy production. Energy production only takes place through the internal respiration. The internal respiration takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. So that's why. So after entering the respiratory gases, after entering into the cytoplasm, so here on internal respiration takes place. The internal respiration also takes place in three phases. That is the glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport. Through these three phases, complete energy can able to liberate it. So that's why our respiratory system is broadly classified into three main categories: external respiration, internal respiration, cellular respiration. So external respiration means from A to lungs, lungs to blood circulatory system. So from alveole to the respiratory gases exchange in between the alveole to blood circulatory system. That kind of exchange we have described as external respiration. So after external respiration, what happened here? The respiratory gases transport is takes place through the hemoglobin. So it is distributed all over the body. So it means automatically. So then whatever internal respiration is takes place. Internal respiration means from blood to tissue or blood to cell. Here the exchange, the respiratory gas exchange in between the blood to tissues or in between the blood to cell is called as internal respiration. Finally now reach respiratory gases. What is the respiratory gases? Especially oxygen now enter into the cell. So after entering cellular respiration, third phase is going on. That is called as the cellular respiration. So these cellular respiration further divided into three main subphases. So one is the glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transfer. Through these three different kind of phases, finally whatever energy can able to liberate it. So this energy is present in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So that's why ATP is called as cellular currency of energy. It is in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. What is adenosine triphosphate? Adenosine monophosphate, adenosine diphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate is the highest energy containing. It is in the presence of ATP. Through this utilization, animal can be able to survive. So because every time energy required for heart beating, so what ATP is present involved in the ATP also involved in the heart beating, blood circulation, so walking, talking, visioning, brain functioning. Every time energy required. Without energy, animal cannot live. So every organs are also under presence of energy. Energy only they can able to actively participating, actively functioning. If the energy is not liberated, organs are not properly function. If the organs are not properly function, animal cannot properly survive. Finally, death also occur. So that's why energy is very important. So in this respiratory system, final production is energy takes place. So that's why energy production system collectively described as respiratory system. So that's why respiration takes place from environment with oxygen. Oxygen is entered into lungs, lungs to blood circulation system to cells. In the cells, what happens? Cellular respiration takes place. In the cellular respiration, what happens? Complete energy also liberating through the three process: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport. Through this final what happens? Energy can able to liberate. This is the form of ATP. So this ATP is useful, utilized in different fashion for the functioning of different organ in different ways. If ATP is not available, so what happens? Animal cannot survive. So even if vision also not takes place, brain also not functioning, heart cannot beat, liver also not function, kidneys also not function, not movement, not motion, not any every movement require muscular energy. Every movement under control of the energy only takes place. So that's why energy can able to supply to the animal body through the respiratory system.